we felt was important to collect, and the only information, the only people that know about it are us who read the written report. So, what is the best way to share that with the community who would be interested in?
Do you guys ever, would you be interested in participating in a walkthrough, similar to what Ottawa County does with their?
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the challenges you've already pointed out, which are life and working people. So I think the 5 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6:30 might accommodate it all. But that's just my.
So you think that people, your friends and neighbors would, as long as we got the word out and they were informed, because part of this is gonna mean that, can't be a mystery tour.
Right.
And I would walk as long as she wanted to walk.
And I know,
That's me.
I know Dr. Tischer was really interested in it as well. He's back, yeah.
And when we walked through the park, how long did it take us to do the tree? An hour? I don't
It
think.
wasn't more than
It
that.
wasn't, no, it was
No,
about
but
an
if you talk
hour.
about our
And
first
we walked
assessment.
the whole thing, and yes, she is gonna have to speak and whatever. It's not like we're on a steady walk.
But I think she would have been doing these presentations and would have, be cognizant of the fact that this isn't the time to expound about one thing, that she knows she has a.
I think an hour and a half would be a good time limit to put it on. I think that would be.
Well, there's nothing that says you have to end a meeting at a time, right? So if we gave people the reasonable expectation, because I think if you say, we're gonna walk through the park for an hour and a half, that might discourage some people from coming. But if you said you were gonna have a presentation for an hour and a walkthrough in the park, if it went beyond, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, we never set a time that we have to be out of there. So if we set an hour and then there's all this interest and everybody's talking and she's, able to.
Tail off and leave, they leave.
Yeah, and I've done that too before, with presentations. So, okay, as far as time goes, do you guys, I would rather start it at 6, but do you wanna go 5:30 then? Advertise for 5:30?
Well, we were gonna do our regular meeting first.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about moving the meeting from 5 to 5:30 and the presentation from 5:30 to 6:30, but we can do
What
our
about 5
meeting.
to 6, then we could get our whole meeting done, and then the presentation, when it's done, then we can go home.
Can we put this thing on like a work session? Because
No.
if we do it first,
You have to
and
be,
then at the meeting, we can discuss what we
But see,
learned
that
about
makes
the
it
meeting.
even worse
Yeah.
for,
And the way they do
Detail.
needs,
Yeah.
they want at least 14 days to put something in the beacon, so it wouldn't make the beacon as far as advertising or.
Well, let's stick with the working meeting, if that's okay with everybody. I mean, our normal meeting, and don't you think we could, if we have a work session in September and then we have another work session in October, then we should be able to do a meeting in a half hour. We're just gonna have to use our,
yeah.
so we'll go from, so this is what I need consensus on. Are we having a regular meeting from 5 to 5:30 and the presentation from 5:30 to 6:30 with the idea that it could extend on if the weather's conducive and all of that stuff? Or do we want to stick to the 5:30 to 6 for our regular meeting and the presentation from 6 to 7? What's the consensus?
I think 5 to 6 for our meeting, and then presentation starting at 6.
Do you think we need it a whole hour for our meeting?
Well, we've already been here.
I know, but we haven't used our self-control.
Meetings do get long when you start talking about the budget, though, as you get closer to the budget deadline, but
Okay.
I don't care, it's up to you guys. Well, I just need an hour, it's whatever time it's all Shauna will be here.
Okay, so what are your all thoughts? Do you want an hour meeting and an hour presentation, or?
Yeah, I would make a motion of 5 to 6 for our regular meeting, 6 to whatever for the presentation.
Okay. Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
Okay, we can still continue to talk,
Oh,
okay.
unless you go back into Robert's rules.
Okay, may I have a motion to go back into Robert's rules?
I'll second motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okey dokey, then tabulating the survey. The taxes are due on the 13th.
They're due the 14th,
Oh.
but because it's a weekend, it's actually the 16th is the best day.
Okay. So on the 16th, we could pick up the,
Well, you wouldn't want to do it on the 16th because there's going to be a lot of people, you'd want to do it the following day.
following day to pick it up. Okay, so I will volunteer to do the first round of tabulation unless someone else wants to volunteer to do it with me.
I can volunteer.
And unless the people feel like we need to do it as a group, but I'm,
No,
no, I mean,
that's fine.
is there,
We'll trust your,
yes, I will count, because between us, we got 20 fingers and 20 toes, so I'm thinking we can do it. Unless someone has any other thoughts or ideas or wishes or desires.
You know, the survey, to me, is what it is. I'm personally not gonna put much stock in it, because there's gonna be so many people out here that, you know, aren't gonna vote, don't know anything about this place, and it's just, to me, I'm not gonna put a lot of weight on it.
You did fill your survey out though, didn't you, sir?
You know, I don't know if I did or not.
better get it in.
I'm sure about that.
That would have been good on video.
You know, we're just getting started in this game, and I think the survey is a little too premature. And I'm not gonna put any weight in it, to be honest with you. We know what's gotta be done out here. We know we're doing it right for the kids in the community. We're on the right road in that.
We can't live and die on it, but you do have to do one to
Yeah.
your,
Especially with this,
The state.
the master plan
Yeah.
kind of requires that as
Yeah.
well, so.
is there any idea on how many responses there's been so far?
I haven't counted lately.
We
There were
don't, we
two-
just put them in the drawer.
Yeah, there were close to 200, and that was a good, probably almost a month ago. So
We were just told to collect, so we haven't.
it could be 201
Yeah.
if we get.
I can fill mine out real quick.
We were just told to file them.
No, that's fine.
I'm here because of the survey.
Yeah. Survey says. Okay, and that looks like all of the business, and next is public comment.
Okay, back up one second.
Oh, sorry.
When you talk about that survey, I'm all for a survey, but I'd like to have a good survey, not just the four corners. I'd like to know where the woods are, where that fence,
Oh, now
locate
you're
the
talking
steps,
about, okay, you're talking
the
about.
steps going down,
Okay.
different things like that should be incorporated in the survey.
You're talking about now, the,
In the budget for next year, the survey, but a
Okay.
good complete survey.
okay.
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 So, public comment?
Hi, Carla, Mueller, 4623 Eastern Road. Interesting to hear your comments on what needs to be done over here. I just want to tell you that every day I hear tennis balls. I mean, I can hear that sound, it's click, click, click. Every single day, those tennis courts are very popular.
Good.
Now, the beach, I swim at that beach every single day, and I hear what's going on at that beach every single day. Bob does too, but I am at that beach 99% of the time, and I'm the only one there. So that beach is not real popular. Also, I hear a lot of bats hitting balls, not at Little League time, but dads and moms are out playing with the kids, having batting practice. People really like being able to come back and have a place to do that. Of course, I don't hear anyone call their dog because that's a silent job. I hear lots of voices, but I don't know if it's the playground or the pavilion, but that's what I hear.
Now, is it legal to ask her a question or not?
Well,
Is this one-way comment?
it's kind of a long way.
It's
Anyway,
supposed to be
when you get to
Never mind.
the commissioner's comments, you can make.
But then she can't answer.
What's wrong with her answer?
I want to ask a question.
Well,
but I
that's
said
what
that
it
she-
We have to break.
You got my
You
permission,
kind of
go
do
for
break
it.
from Robert's rules
Oh,
during
okay,
that.
I'll check it out later in the.
Okay, all right.
We'll take care of it in the parking lot.
Thank you.
commissioner comments. Which way do we want to start? You want to mix it up, maybe?
Well, basically just thank everybody for coming tonight, and I do want to let them know this is a slow thing, but we are making progress. I think we're getting along now. And we're, you know, it's what it is. We're doing all right with it. I think we'll pick up the pace a little faster as it goes. But I've been out here many times since, and I see kids out there playing, and it makes me feel good to see parents picnicking and kids out here. I think that's what it's all about to me. So it's about all I can say about it. I think we're doing all right.
I have to agree with her. I've noticed, an uptick in activity, people walking, a tremendous amount of dog walkers for some reason, but.
So those poop bags.
Yeah, the food bank, hopefully are good. I was at the state park over the weekend and noticed they have the exact same dispensers as we do, but they have a nice sign up, the dispenser that says, please pick up after your pets. So that's something that we should consider, adding, to our signage. But even the day that we came out with the excavator on the water line, there was a group of people that may not have been, reserving the shelter, but there was a decent sized picnic going on that day. So people are using the park.
I just wanted to remind everyone that you're all registered with the Michigan Township Association, except for Herb. I think they emailed me that your email didn't go through or something, but you just need to go in there and create a password, and then you can get into the website, and it's got a lot of informational things, and I think there are free courses you can take that'll tell you about how Michigan Townships work and Parks and Recreation.
Email was working when I left.
Well, it was something, I think your old email, remember how we kept getting it
No, it's
bounced
an
back
honest
to
thing.
us? Yeah, so,
You did my job, you'd be happy to have your wife's name on it.
so you might have
You've got
to,
emails, I'd be getting them, this is my name.
you can just call, you can just Google Michigan Township Association, tell them your name and who you're with and that, and they'll put your name in, and